Good morning, friends. Welcome to Namma Academy. Today, let us discuss about kinematics. Kinematics deals with the two chapters, motion in a straight line and motion in a plane. I will go with the synopsis part first. This is the snapshot about the kinematics. Average and instantaneous velocity and acceleration. Average velocity delta r by delta t. Average acceleration delta v by delta t. Instantaneous velocity dr by dt. Instantaneous acceleration dv by dt. Motion in a straight line with a constant a. V is equal to u plus at. S is equal to ut plus half at square. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Relative velocity V a by b is equal to va minus vb. Projectile motion. You can see the graph in the side. Let x-axis u cos theta and y-axis u sin theta. Let's the body with the projected with the velocity u making an angle theta. Then x is equal to ut cos theta. Then y is equal to ut sin theta minus half gt square. Y is equal to x tan theta minus g by 2 u square cos square theta into x square. T is equal to 2u sin theta by g. R is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. H is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. Some basic definitions in the straight line. Distance. The length of the actual path traveled by an object is called as distance. It is the scalar quantity. It can never be a zero or negative during the motion of an object. Its unit is meter. Displacement. The shortest distance between the initial and final position of any object during motion is called displacement. The displacement of an object is given. Time can be positive, zero or negative. It is a vector quantity and its unit is also meter. Speed. The time rate of change of position of an object in any direction is called speed of the object. Speed v is equal to distance traveled is taken as s and by time taken t. Its unit is meter per second. It is a scalar quantity and the dimension formula is m naught t inverse. Uniform speed. If an object covers equal distance in equal interval of the time, then its speed is called as uniform speed. Non-uniform or variable speed. If an object covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then its speed is called non-uniform or variable speed. Average speed. The ratio of the total distance traveled by an object of the total time taken is called average speed of an object. Average speed is equal to total distance traveled by total time taken. Instantaneous speed. When an object is traveling with variable speed, then its speed at a given instant of time is called as instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed is equal to limit delta t tends to 0, delta s by delta t is equal to ds by dt. Velocity. Rate of change of displacement of an object in a particular direction is called as velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement by time taken. Its unit is again meter per second. The dimensional formula is m naught t inverse. It is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. Velocity of an object can be 0 and negative. Uniform motion. If an object undergoes equal displacement in equal interval of time, then it is said to be moving with uniform velocity. Non-uniform or variable velocity. If an object undergoes unequal displacement in equal interval of time, then it is said to be moving with a non-uniform or variable velocity. Relative velocity. Relative velocity of one object with respect to another object is the time rate of change of relative position of an object and with respect to another object. Relative velocity of object A with respect to B, VAB is equal to VA minus VB. When two objects are moving in a same direction, VAB is equal to VA minus VB, or VAB is equal to VA minus VB. When two objects are moving in opposite direction, VAB is equal to VA plus VB. When two objects are moving at an angle, then VAB is equal to root of VA square plus VB square minus 2 VA VB cos theta. And in terms of tan beta is equal to VB sin theta by VA minus VB cos theta. Some important graphs in kinematics. Moving with a constant velocity, it is a straight line. Moving with a constant acceleration, velocity time graph, it's starts with the origin and it's continuous. C. Body moving with a constant retardation and its initial velocity is not zero. D. Moving with a constant retardation. Velocity time graph, again its velocity to time decreasing. Moving with the increasing acceleration. This graph is curve, starting with the origin and its increases. Moving with decreasing acceleration, it is another curve. Note, slope of the velocity time graph gives average acceleration. Equation of uniformly accelerated motion. If a body starts with velocity u, after the time t, its velocity changes to v. If the uniform acceleration is and the distance traveled in time t in seconds, then the following relation and obtained, which are called equation of uniformly accelerated motion. First one, v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus at square, then v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Fourth one, distance traveled in nth second, Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. If a body moves with uniform acceleration and velocity changes from u to v in a time interval, then velocity at the midpoint of its path, root u square plus v square by 2. Motion under the gravity. If an object is falling freely, then u is equal to 0 under gravity. Then equation of motion, v is equal to u plus gt, then h is equal to ut plus gt square. Let's discuss some problems about the kinematics. First one, a ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity 20 meter per second from the top of the multi-story building. The height of the point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meters from the ground. Then time taken by the ball to hit the ground is, take g is equal to 10 meter per second. You have the four options. First one, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, third one, 5 seconds, fourth one, 10 seconds. Then solution part. We should use the equation y minus y naught is equal to v o naught into t plus half ay into t square. Let's substitute in the above equation, then we get the answer. T is equal to 5 seconds and t is equal to minus 1 second, and t cannot be negative, therefore answer is option 3. The displacement of a particle is given by x is equal to t minus 2 into 2, where x is in meters and t in seconds. The distance covered by the particle in first 4 seconds is, here the options, first one 4 meter, second one 8 meters, third one 12 meter, and fourth one 16 meter. Answer Displacement of the particle is given by x is equal to t minus 2 into whole square at t is equal to 0, x is equal to 4 meter. B, t is equal to 1 second, then x is equal to 1 meter. Then t is equal to 2 seconds, where x will be 0. T is equal to 3 seconds, x will be 1 meter. Then C, t is equal to 4 seconds, x is 4 meter. So the particle starts from x is equal to 4, return to x 4 meter. Its first 4 seconds, hence the distance travelled by the particle is 8 meter. This is the NCERT problem. On a long horizontally moving belt, a child runs to and fro with a speed 9 km per hour with respect to the belt between his father and mother located 50 meter apart. On the moving belt, the belt moves with a speed of 4 km per hour. Speed of the child running in the direction of motion of the belt for an observer on the stationary platform outside for any one of the parent relatively in kilometer per hour. See the diagram in the given box. Moving belt 4 km per hour. F is refers to father, child, where the stationary observer is standing outside. M is the mother. Here the options: 1 13, 13, second one 9, 9, 3 is 9, 13, and fourth one 13, 9. Answer is like this: speed of the belt relative to the ground of the observer Vb is equal to 4 km per hour. Speed of the child relative to the belt is Vcb is equal to Vc minus Vb is equal to 9 km per hour. Hence, use the equation Vc is equal to Vcb plus Vb is equal to 9 plus 4 is equal to 13 km per hour relative to the ground of the observer. Velocity of the child relative to the parent is given by 4 km per hour. Then we should minus the child velocity of child to velocity of the father. VCF is equal to Vc minus Vf. 13 minus 4, we get the answer as 9 km per hour. Then the option is 13, 9. Fourth one. Fourth one. Water drips from the nozzle of a shower onto the floor is 2 meter below. The drops fall at regular intervals of time. The first drop striking the floor at the instant the fourth drop begins to fall. What is the location of the second drop from the floor? Option 9, 8 by 9 meter. Second one 10 by 9 meter. Third one 16 by 9 meter. Fourth one 4 by 9 meter. Answer is here like this. Time taken by the first drop to reach the floor is T is equal to root 2h by g is equal to 4 by 10 seconds. Since water drops fall at the regular interval of time, position of the second drop from the nozzle is y is equal to half g 2t by 3 square is equal to 8 by 9 meter. So location of the second drop from the floor is 2. Then minus with y is equal to 2 minus 8 by 9. Then we get the answer as 10 by 9. Option 2 10 by 9 meter. Fifth one. From an elevated point a stone is projected vertically upwards. When the stone reaches a distance h below a, its velocity is doubled of what it was at the height h above a. The greatest height attained by the stone above a is Here the options are like this. First one 5h by 3, second one 5h by 4, third one 3h by 5, fourth one 5h. When the stone is at the height h above a, then equation becomes v1 square is equal to v0 square minus 2gh. When the stone is at the height h below a, v2 square is equal to v0 square plus 2gh. Given v2 is equal to 2v1, this implies v2 square is equal to 4v1 square. This implies v0 square plus 2gh is equal to 4 into v0 square minus 2gh is given by v0 square is equal to 10gh by 3. So maximum height reached by the stone is v0 square by 2g. Option 1, it's 5h by 3. Sixth one. From the tower of the height h, a particle is thrown vertically upwards with a speed u. The time taken by the particle to hit the ground in the n times that time taken by it to reach highest point of its motion, the relation between h, u and n is, first one 2gh is equal to n u2 into n minus 2. Second one gh is equal to u into 2 into n minus 2. Third one 2gh is equal to n2u2. Fourth one 2gh is equal to u2 into n minus 2 into 2. The answer is like this. Let's t and tm be the time taken by the particle to reach the ground and maximum height respectively. Then tm is equal to v0 by g. Given that t is equal to n, tm is equal to n into v0 by g. For the whole journey of the particle, h is equal to v0 t minus half gt square. This implies v0 into n, v0 by g minus half g into n v0 g whole square. This implies 2 gh is equal to n u square into n minus 2. First option. Thank you one and all.